Hello Pisces, welcome to your February tarot reading for 2025. This is Moonshadow Psychic Readings. As you see, your first card is the Eight of Pentacles. So that's good. It's like your harvest is coming in. Could be a time to, assess where to put things, spend things, how to invest. I do feel like in the wealth, finance, and career section, you've got wisdom. So I feel like there's that area of your life, you might be quite set. You've got good ideas coming in. But yeah, we'll go into it further. It's going to start with, just going to move a little closer here. Sorry. So I had a few things just starting to come in. I had, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. The Michael Jackson song, They Don't Care About Us. That was going through my head when I started shuffling, and I thought, I better make note of that. But also, that's probably after I pulled this card, actually, Joyful. But what got stuck in my head afterward, especially as I was starting to shuffle this card, was the song Joyful, Joyful. If you ever watched Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, that song was prominent in there. So I think there is going to be a reason to be joyful, joyful. Could be a matter of perspective coming up for you as well. But we'll find out as we pull the cards. So in your first column, connections, relationships, communications, you've got indifferent. Now maybe you're not focused on this area. Maybe you might be more focused on the career, wealth, finance aspect. Very possibly. But let's pull some cards here and see what's coming up in this area of connections, relationships, communications. We've got the Ten of Wands. Kind of backbreaking work, but success. You've achieved what you want. You got to the top of the hill carrying a load. Is it someone else you're carrying, or is it could be like a sculpture there that you've carried all the way up to create your palace. The more traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot has someone who's built their house, their ultimate goal. They follow their passion through. It's been backbreaking work, but they've made it. And they've trampled through all the weeds here, you can see. All the vines and brambles. You see, they're not stuck in it. They're walking on top of it. They're not being stopped by anything. So that's been prominent in your kind of relationships and connections areas. You're not letting anything stop you. Maybe that's why you've had to become indifferent, because you didn't want to compromise yourself or what you're aiming for by being beholden to someone else. If it's like a romantic relationship or family dynamics. Then you got the Four of Wands. Okay, a lot of Wands energy coming out for you. This is like a marriage card, really. It's a happy time, moving forward in relationships and connections. Very celebratory. There's happiness, basically, a sense of bliss. Interesting that indifference, maybe you're where you already need to be in relationships. If that's relevant, then of course it's not a focus for you now. But it's not just about romantic entanglements. We are talking about any kinds of relationships. Family, friends, business, all sorts of connections. But it feels like you've worked hard and you're happy with where you're at in connections. We've got a Pentacles again. Pentacles and Wands. I wonder if that's going to be relevant. You notice the Wisdom card. She's leaning against a tree there. So it's very Wands-ish. And it's very much like this card. Look. That's interesting. Here's the indifference coming out. It's like trapped, needing help, caught in the big machine. There's help here. It's like, do you want help? We're right here. We can chew through your bonds. And it's like, no, I'm just gonna pretend I don't see you. Not here. Not an issue. Yeah, I don't need to be beholden to anyone else right now. The wind's picking up. The wind is really picking up suddenly. Going through the trees. Can you hear that? Okay, I feel like everything's been good and calm and happy. There is a time of something coming up, and you don't want to focus on it. That's the resistance. Okay, so I don't know if I said it before. I think I mentioned the songs. Feelings and things I was channeling when I was cleansing the energy with the chimes here. These chimes, I was getting this feeling of resistance, like they didn't want to go together. And then there would be frustration because like the first one hit and then the second one just kind of missed. I'm like, how am I going off kilter banging these chimes? There was resistance and frustration, and then I kept getting interrupted before I could start recording. So I feel like you might be deliberately hindering this aspect of your life. Just be wary of that. Number 25 is standing out. That's within your dates as well, Pisces. So 25th of February, is that relevant for something? Anyway. Yeah, 10, 4, 5, 8. But yeah, I don't know, just be wary that maybe you've got a good reason to be indifferent to this, but you should be grateful for the meaningful connections you have, those that support you here. Those are good. Don't ignore them and don't put them to the side. If they've made time for you and share their life and their loves and their passion with you, you should respect that. Yes, that wind is picking up again. It's like, yes, here's that rush of emotion. If something's happening, I don't think you should really ignore it. I don't think that's going to be healthy. If there's an upheaval in your relationships, something happening in your family, a friend in distress, maybe if you're in distress, I mean, you've worked so hard to get where you wanted. Don't ignore those stresses. You've got people around who will help you, but you should also do the same for them. Don't say you're too tied up to help when, you might have a group of friends or family in a real kerfuffle emergency state. Alright, let's look at career, wealth, finance, and wisdom is taking part here. I always like this card, it's interesting. Sort of vulnerable, apparently pregnant woman obtaining assistance from this sort of supernatural looking creature and support there. So it feels very good. You're not, judging a book by its cover. It's like, oh, what is this creature? It's like nothing I recognize. It's like it's genuinely offering help, so you can accept help. So judging things with wisdom might be relevant for you. Again, number 19. I don't know if there's a relevance for you there. What can we say about this? Which card do you want? I think it wants both. Alrighty. Let's try it this way. Alright. 9 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles. Wow. Seriously, Pentacles and Wands galore for you. What's going on? Okay. I mean, look, you got the 8 of Pentacles there already. Essence of study and focus. This one's interesting. This one traditionally has someone with a bird, like a falcon or something. But now you got 3 crows in this version. You're very much where you want to be. Maybe there's the question of where to go from here. You've built the big machine, you've created your wealth, your nest egg, something, but it can't just sit there. It needs to go further. It needs to work for you. So where do you invest this? Sure, you can leave them hanging around you like a necklace, but it's like, no, I need to invest this somewhere so it continues to work for me. I can't just sit here idly. So you go and do some research. You're into study. And I feel like there's some guidance from your higher self, from spirit. Something is driving you further. Maybe something in the shadows. Is there shadow work to do, or is it the shadow of a past, like a past life? Which is a funny turn of phrase, because time doesn't really work like that. Your past lives could be happening now or in the future, so it's all, well, everything's actually happening now. But yeah, I'm sidelining you with metaphysical details here, but maybe the point of now that it's coming up in my head is relevant. Now. What you're working on now. New journey emotionally with the Ace of Cups. Wisdom, again, looking forward. Everything is looking forward. You're on that new path. All right. Where's that path going? Career, wealth, finance, goals, projects. The 10 of Cups. Utter fulfillment, happiness, the life you cherish and hope for, contentment. It's like you've attained that higher self. It's not just in the shadow, it's fully, by the end of this journey, you've fully reached your peak. It's like enlightenment in this area of your life. And maybe that is because of some foregoings of other areas. You've become super focused. Maybe you are studying. But yeah, wherever you're headed, your clear focus is really working out for you, Pisces. It's like really good. Career, wealth, finance, goals and projects that you're working on. It's kind of going to be like boomtown time for you. Alright. That's what I call your life path. And it's disappointed. This is an overall, just your whole life in general, where things are going. Could be certain messages might want to come up here. Because you see, you have 2 kind of different paths going in these predominant aspects that I've looked at. But disappointed. Why disappointed? Maybe because you're a little unbalanced in things. Let's have a look. Things want to pop out, and this one's loose. Yep. I think you may have a few things in life that you might want to look at. You're so focused on certain things that you're just really deliberately neglecting others. And we're back to passions. Passions ones are appearing in the areas that you're neglecting, I think. You're neglecting your passions. Like, you're working very studiously, and it does something for you emotionally. But for some reason, passions are coming out in certain ways. But the passion energies here are strong and happy. This is a whole new journey, so that's kind of good as well. So do they reflect or not connect? This came out while I was shuffling the deck. Figures that it would turn up. So the 5 The Five of Cups. Yeah, that's kind of that halfway, like, squabbles and things, a little bit of restlessness in this energy, a little too drunk on your emotions, and you could be burning some bridges there. Um, I feel like that's very reflective here. Like I said, be careful about what you're ignoring, and you know who you're dealing with and how you're treating them. If they're people that shouldn't be in your lives, then set them free. But if they're people you actually do want in your life, and you know you expect compassion and assistance and support from them in some degree, you have to give it back as well. Otherwise you get into this squabble phase, and then suddenly once you've achieved your goal, you've got no one around you. It's like, is it all worth it? I don't know. Followed by the Fool. And this is kind of like just to follow your passion, have fun kind of energy. So yeah, it is very much disappointment because you've been super focused elsewhere, that other areas of your life have not been maintained, and you need to find some passion for something. Put some passion into your relationships and emotional connections. Tend to the things you love. Tend to your garden. That's what I'm hearing. Tend to your garden. If you literally like gardening and plants, that could be it. Maybe you're letting that go, but that's just me speaking figuratively. Tend to your garden, your emotional garden, your well-being. You have to take time out to just enjoy yourself, and just consequences be damned. You know, the old Rider-Waite-Smith tarot has the Fool just bouncing along with the dog following. We've got a crow here instead. The dog following joyfully, but the dog can see there's a cliff right ahead, and the Fool's just dancing merrily like, I don't care, I'm just going forward, and they're gonna end up off the cliff. But they don't care because they're in the moment. Remember what I said, the word now was coming up. You need to spend time in the moment. Don't ignore what's happening now. Experience life now. Experience love and joy now. And here we are at the outcomes in joyful. So what is your best course of action? Best course of action for Pisces during February. Ooh. It's a decision to make. Seven of Cups. I think it's that really needing to look into the shadows. Maybe asking your higher self, just turn inward and ask yourself for a little bit of guidance. It's like, okay, what am I missing here? What am I neglecting? What am I foregoing? What's important to me in the long run? You know, I have this goal I'm fervently working towards, but what else around me is important that I'm not addressing? The things you're not seeing, that they still leave a mark on you. So maybe if you're someone who likes to pray, maybe you just need to pray for some guidance. If you like to meditate, that is a really good way. Just clear your mind, go inward, and if visions come out, maybe check your dreams and such as well. Just things that come out in your dreams will be very important. So yeah, take time out to figure out what's important to you. That's going to be very important for your peace going forward, so that you can be joyful. Okay, yeah, it's this guy. Your outcome? Strength. Look at that. You've tamed the lion. You're unstoppable. king or queen of the hill, that infinity symbol. Your strength, your power is endless. Nothing can stop you. You can change fate, and nothing's going to knock you down. If you get everything into alignment, make sure you've followed your passions, your joys, your loves. Take care of those around you who are important to you. Cut anything free, or anyone free as well, that is not serving you. And if you're not serving them, frankly. But yeah, if there's no balance in a relationship, it's not healthy. And ignoring issues, especially within connections and relationships, can just lead to bigger issues as time goes by. So take time out to meditate, reflect, search for guidance, and just see what's not being handled and addressed in your life right now. And you'll end up with the strength to move forward, success everywhere, joyful. Yeah, I think your main focus has been here, which is really good, but don't neglect everything else. Really damn good, Pisces. Have a great February and year thereafter. Feel free to hit me up for any questions. Just comment below if anything was unclear. I can pull some more cards if needed. There will be another video for you coming up shortly, because we're about to enter Pisces season. So yes, very soon another video will come out, maybe in the next week or two. Other than that, if you would like something that's personally tailored to you, I do personal private readings. I can do them online via I don't know, WhatsApp, Skype, Zoom, whatever thing you prefer. Instagram, I think you can do video chats. Wherever suits you, I can arrange that. Otherwise, if you're anywhere around Melbourne, Australia, I can see you in person. But feel free to hit me up on TikTok or Instagram to work out a time, or just go to the booking website that's in the description and my bio all below there. Anyway, take care, and I hope you work on this joyful, successful, abundant situation. Take care, Pisces.